What's up, the Bando here with another video of mine, and that's right, today we are going to be building the Qav-ULX right here. Last episode we did use or solder up the nice PDB with the Lulu and the pigtail, and today we are going to be mounting the motor onto the frame and the ESCs as well. So we're going to be soldering it onto this nice little power distribution. And yeah, I guess the first step is, if you are using the Emax 12 amp ESCs, is to unplug the bullet connectors, and you can even cut them off. First step is obviously to take the take the heat shrink off of the ESC. So if you do this, the warranty does die. So say bye-bye to it. There you go. So here you have it. You got your DEC. Make sure you don't move this because this is a pretty weak joint. Yeah, you want to do that for all of your ESCs. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm done with soldering all the ESCs on. Taking the heat shrink off of all the ESCs. Alright, so I'm done soldering or unheat shrinking all the ESCs. So now it's a great time to basically check if you have connect an ESC to your your receiver, and connect it using these provided banana plugs or bullet connectors, and just see how it's connected like that. Everything is nice and straight. Just see what direction the motors will spin. That will be clockwise. So clockwise being this one right here. So this will go here, and this is counterclockwise. And basically, the first wire goes with the first. The second wire, or the middle wire, goes with the middle, and the last wire goes into the middle wire. So that one, the counterclockwise this way, will go here. So then it should look just like that. So yeah, I highly recommend doing that because all ESCs are different. So make sure you connect it to your receiver, so you know which direction they're gonna spin in advance. That way you don't have to resolder, and it just makes life easier. So do that with all ESCs. Alright, so before we actually cut the wires, we first need to unsolder the ESC wires right here. So just unsolder these pads. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I'll see you guys outside when we get soldered. Alright, so we're outside right now. Got my nice trusty little pair of, what are these things called? Let me just turn the light on, of helping hands, and then you have your ESC right here. So just hold it in just like so. Alright, so my thing is hot. I just tested out the wire, or the motor wire, or the ESC wire came off fairly easy. Just put some pressure on it. May take a while to heat up, and what helps a lot is if you put some solder on the soldering iron. But the solder that they use is actually lead free, so it's fairly hard to melt. So you want some good quality solder on your Motors and ESCs. So yeah, just took all the just finished taking off all the solder off, so it should look like this, nice and dandy. Try not to get any of that bad anything bridged, because that's no fun. So now you can do these for all of your ESCs. And yeah, I'll see you guys after I finish unwiring all the ESC. So I'll see you guys after that. Alright, so right now I'm done with all the unsoldering all the motors and ESCs. So I guess right now, what we need to do is fit the wires and actually cut the wires off. So, go take your bag of goodies with the ones with the nuts in it, and you want to get the ones for the motors itself. And these are these screws right here. So they are the shorter kinds. Just take out a few. And what you want to do is you can take these wires off, and then you just have these wires on, and you just want to line it up. And this, we're not going to be Loctiting this because we're just gonna try to fit, so we can cut the ESCs off. So don't put any Loctite on. This is just for fitting. Put one screw in, and then you don't need to tighten it all the way because again, it's just for fitting. So you want to screw that one in, just like so. And then make sure you can spin freely, because if it's locked up, then that means that motor can't fit. But usually all motors will be able to fit. And then you want to line this heat shrink, because it was crooked. You want to line it up with what is it called? The frame, I guess, the frame itself. You don't want it to move around. So line it up, and then take one of your ESCs, doesn't matter which one it is, and then you want to actually fit it onto the board. So go in like so, and there's a perfect place to fit it. And these are the wires that we need to use itself. So I'm just gonna snip these wires right here. So these wires right here, go in, take some wire cutters, and take a deep breath. And they're not cutting off. There you go. So now your wires are cut, and there's no way going back unless you can go back in time. But now it's pretty much impossible to go back in time. So that's a great place to fit it. And then this way, let's see, in this orientation, this is gonna go clockwise. So according to my notes here, want to fit the first wire in the middle. Actually, let's go with the first. So the second wire on the motor will go in the first placement for your ESCs. So you want to cross them like so here, like so, and then you want to strip it. You can use your fingernails, anything will work. And then just twist the wire like so, like so, and then now, as you can see, you can easily solder it into place. So you want to cut all your wires and strip them off like I did already. And I'll see you guys when I'm done doing all the cutting and fitting outside. So that's when we're actually going to be soldering. So I'll see you guys outside. Alright, so I'm outside now. Got everything fitted. And what you want to do is clean your soldering iron once another one. Another time. And then want to put solder on the wires. Just like so. Just makes the soldering job a bit easier. Don't put too much and don't put too little. Just enough. Just let the wire soak in the solder. Just like so. Gotta do it quick because you don't want anything to burn from the heat from the soldering iron. So go quick. Just like so. There you go. One done. And then get the second one in. If it can even go in. Okay. Second one in. Heat everything up. Oh, you gotta hold it in there, or else it'll come out just like what just happened. Like that. And then the third one. Push it in. like so. Alright, so now you're done soldering, or hopefully you're all done soldering your ESC in place, just like so. And yeah, I want to do that for all your ESCs. And I'll see you guys back inside after I finished soldering all my ESCs together. Alrighty, so I finished soldering everything onto the quad, as you can see. And now it's a very big mess. But right now, before we go in and actually physically solder the power wires to the power distribution, we will be putting on some heat shrink to basically protect the electronics. So I want to cut a small piece. That looks good. Small piece of heat shrink. You can get heat shrink pretty much anywhere. And then I just got this from Ready to Fly Quads. Great company. Very reliable. And then just feed it down. Just like so. Like that. So it should look like that. And before you put any heat shrink, make sure you do check that your motors spin in the right direction. I already did. I plugged it in. Because it has a BEC, I plugged it into my receiver so everything works. So that's perfect. So it's a great fit right there. And then just use a heat gun. Make sure you shrink both sides. Shrink it on the back side. So as you can see, everything is nice and tidy, just like that. And it's very hot. And yeah, it fits perfectly in place. So and it's less messy and it looks nicer and protects your electronics from getting short from any water. So yeah, I want to do that for all the sides, and then I'll see you guys outside when we can actually, I'll see you guys inside still, and then we can actually cut the power wires, and then I'll see you guys outside when we actually get to solder the ESCs onto the power distribution. Alright, so I just got all the heat shrink on, all nice and protected, nice and neaty. Now what we want to do is double side tape it to basically secure it onto the board itself. The quad. So line up just like so. Let's take some heat shrink. Double-sided tape. And just cut off a little snip. Little snip. Not too big. Not too small. Just right. That's perfect. So just like, there you go. That's perfect. Then you want to move the ESC to the side. Match it up. Just like so. Perfect. And then apply pressure. So it comes off. And then without further ado, put it on. Make sure it's all lined up. So make sure it's all lined up just like that. And put pressure on. Perfect. So as you can see, it's all lined up and everything is good to go. So you want to do that for all 4 motors, and then I'll see you guys when I finished double siding tape everything, and then we can start cutting the wires. Alrighty, so as you can see now, I got all the stuff ducked, double-sided tape, so it's kind of hard to take off. And now it's time to actually cut the wires. That way, we can solder them on the PDB. So just make sure the red is a positive and the black is a negative. So match it up just like so. And then take a deep breath. And snip. Just like so. So good to go. And then strip the wire off like so. And twist the wire off twist the wire. Don't like twist it off. Just twist it, and you're good for the positive. And then same for the negative. Match it up. Snip it off. Trim it, or strip the wire, and then twist it. Match it up, and everything seems to work. So now you want to do them for all of the ESCs, and then I'll see you guys outside where we're going to be actually soldering them together, and then I think that's pretty much it for the ESCs itself. So I'll see you guys back outside. Alrighty, so I'm outside now. Got my soldering iron hot again, and now what you want to do is basically get solder on the wires. So just like always, just get some solder on the wire. Soak it up with some solder, you know, just like so. Now I want to do that for all the ESCs, and I'll see you guys when we get to solder the wires on the power distribution. All right, I got the solder on the ESCs itself. So now what we can do is get my pair of tweezers and get the soldering iron. Put some solder on it, just like so. A hint of solder. And then, as always, solder it onto the board. The power distribution board. Put it on just like so. And then you want to do that for the positive, and you want to do that for all of your ESCs. So I'll see you guys back inside when I'm done soldering the ESCs to the power distribution board. Alrighty, so we're all done with the whole build. So as you can see, everything is connected. What I did behind the scenes is I actually plugged it in, make sure nothing exploded, everything worked perfectly fine. So now that's pretty much it for today's episode, motors and ESCs. So now, what I would do is I would actually unsolder these things, because I would be putting LEDs on, and I want to secure them with another piece of heat shrink. But LEDs are optional. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. If you like this video, smash that like button in the face. And if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the description below. I'm free to help you with any of your builds if you have any trouble, or even if it's some other type of build, I'm free to help you with that as well. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, because I will be doing another build video. Well, I'm gonna be doing the LEDs, and then yeah, make sure you subscribe so you can watch that video and more videos. If you don't want to watch the LED videos, I will be doing a Lux Flight Controller video, so if anyone's having trouble with Lux Flight Controller, I can help you with that. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace! Testing. I saw it. This is a test on the GoPro flat footage. So after I upload this nice footage on GoPro Studio, it should look pretty dope fresh, because it's on Pro Tune flat footage, meaning it'll look flat, but after I do some tweakings with the awesome GoPro Studio software, it should be a-okay. So I'm pretty dope fresh, excited to do this, and yeah, that's pretty much it for a testing video. But dude, look at that Canon EOS 100G, also known as the SL1, right there. See, this is my hand. Looks pretty realistic, right? Doesn't look like a fake hand, does it? Anyways, it's just a tour. Yeah, I might need to get a new one of these because it takes forever. That's the video you guys are watching. This one right here. That's the one you guys are watching. Please. Or maybe let me say it's sorted.